Visión comunal, en contacto con las comunidades.
Venezuela in the news. News from the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela.
Headlines. National Electoral Council waits for judgment from the Supreme Court of Justice. Binational Center of Security will be activated today. Over 1,300 tons of tuna arrived in the country. One of the heads of the National Electoral Council, Socorro Hernandez, alerted that the Democratic Unity Opposition Party Coalition MUD could be disabled to request a recall referendum against the Venezuelan president Nicolás Maduro. Hernandez assured that there are open legal proceedings against the MUD, and if the Supreme Court of Justice disables it as a political party, it would not be competent to continue the recall process. The MUD achieved to collect 1% of the signatures to request the recall referendum, but it is accused of committing fraud. For this reason, member of the United Socialist Party of Venezuela's Verification Commission, Jorge Rodriguez, requested before the National Electoral Council to cancel the registration of the MUD as a political party for, quote, incurring in the worst fraud committed in the country, with over 600,000 false signatures, among other irregularities. Today at midday, the authorities of the National Electoral Council will address the request of the presidential recall referendum. Venezuela and Colombia will activate today the Binational Center Against Transnational Organized Crime as they work in a common agenda to establish integral security policies in the area of the border. Since August 2015, Caracas decided to close the border to fight the smuggling mafias that took away from Venezuela to Colombia the basic basket products. The closing of the border also aimed to fight the smuggling of Venezuelan gasoline to Colombia. Bogota and Caracas maintained a series of meetings in different areas to open the common border. Both countries share a borderline of over 2,200 kilometers. Caracas confirmed the arrival yesterday of over 1,300 tons of tuna fish in the coasts of the country, from the fishing activity of the Caribbean and the Pacific, as confirmed by Caracas. Venezuelan Minister of Fisheries and Agriculture, Ángel Belisario, announced that 3 ships were received in different ports of Venezuela. Caracas highlighted the efforts of the public and private sectors to reactivate the processing industry. The arrival of the shipment of tuna aims to guarantee the national supply. Only in the east of the country, 2,950 tons of this fish were unloaded.
Venezuela in the news.
The Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries assured that its members will hold an informal meeting during the 15th International Energy Forum that will take place from September 26th to the 28th. Caracas is making the arrangements to extend the invitation. The participation of other non-OPEC nations is also expected. The announcement was made after the Venezuelan president Nicolás Maduro requested to hold a meeting with OPEC members to establish mechanisms for the stabilizations of the prices, which during the past few weeks have suddenly dropped, something that alerted the oil-producing countries. However, despite the current decline, an OPEC statement assured yesterday that the demand of crude oil will increase, and that the prices will also increase this year with a higher demand of oil in the 3rd and 4th trimester, as announced by Qatar's Minister of Energy and Industry and Chairman in Office of the organization, Mohammed bin Saleh Al Sada. According to Al Sada, the recent decrease observed in the oil prices and the current volatility of the market are only temporary. The prices will rise towards the end of 2016, according to analyst calculations. Head of State of Ecuador, Rafael Correa, considered yesterday that the presidency of the Southern Common Market corresponds to Venezuela, for the rules reveal that the countries assume the chairmanship in rotative alphabetical order. The Ecuadorian president expressed not understanding the denial to accept Venezuela's pro-tempore presidency and highlighted that it is Venezuela's full right according to the alphabetical order. Brazil, Argentina, and Paraguay opposed to Venezuela assuming the presidency of Mercosur.
News from the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela.
Headline: National Electoral Council waits for judgment from the Supreme Court of Justice. Binational Center of Security will be activated today. Over 1,300 tons of tuna arrived in the country.
Venezuela in the news. News from the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela.
Visión comunal, en contacto con las comunidades.